And I think we're live. Just let me just adjust my mic. We're live for the Japan versus the Netherlands game here, and we just want to introduce the teams here. You see the team roster for Japan already. Holly, take it away.
Thank you very much. So playing in white for this game, Team Japan are fielding number 1 U2, number 110 Sho, number 17 Kariaki, number 2 Kabukimono, number 3 Harakiri, number 442 Yellow Devil, number 48 Daisaku, number 6 Chuck Breaker, number 615 Red Bull, number 7 Umisan, number 8 Naruto, number 9 Sakibaja, number 99 Bubble.
And in the blue playing right now for Team Netherlands, we have number 13 Apollo, 1337 Slapsock, 2048 Waster, 24 The Hammer, number 34 Diesel, 37 Lone Star, 43 Halogene, 52 Jupiler, 585 Johnny B. Rude, 747 Captain Borderline, 83 Nicholas Rage, 86 Untitled Russian, 9000 Animal, 96 Anita, 981 Rudy Kattel.
And our officials crew heading up today, we have Ragnarok, Pussy Panzerfaust, and we also have Joker, Floozy Lawless, Purple Parfait, Kaiser Geyser, Locomotive, Red Baron, Alan Madden, Polo Kiwi Badass, and Maki Antoinette.
And my name is Exterminate. With us today we have the wonderful Cherry, who will be helping us out on production. She'll be feeding us the most awesome and interesting stats and trivia.
Such as this is the third game for both of these teams in their group, both of them having faced off against USA previously, both of them not scoring points against USA.
No, those are incredibly tough games for them, and these teams have actually faced off before last year as well. They're very excited to play each other again because they really enjoyed the game last year. So we're excited to see what's going to happen today.
Should be interesting indeed. So we've got Netherlands today are playing in the dark blue, which should contrast nicely against this dark blue floor. So they're playing in blue and orange, which seems to be the colours of this room here
exactly.
on the M14 Industries track.
I hope we can see them when someone falls.
Yeah. Hello everyone. It's good to see you all at home. Thank you for tuning in. So we are due to take to the track any second now. Japan are fielding number 8 Naruto as their jammer for the first jam. And the Netherlands have Animal 9000.
And we are off here in this first jam. Animal immediately engaging there. Rudy Kattel doing some offense for him, but Naruto almost makes it out in the front, but gets blocked there by Slapsuck. Gets some offense from his number 7 Ume-san.
Yeah, some very good work here up at the front for Netherlands to hold, even with that offensive play. Japan just stretching back to hold back Animal. Lead jammer going to Naruto, but oh my goodness, Animal just flooring Umi-san to clear the pack as well. Half a lap behind as Naruto now in for a scoring pass on the far side straight.
And jam is not being called off, was called off right on time there. 0 points scored by Animal, and 2 fingers are being held up. No, 3 points to Japan.
A very swift start.
2 blockers in the box for Team Netherlands. That is Untitled Russian and Rudy Kattel. The pivot, a little bit confusion about that on the track. And 1 blocker down for Team Japan. Kabukimono versus Jupiler.
Quick start. Jupiler going for the outside line, but just being danced off on that line. And Kabukimono went for the inside, finds some space. Oh! Is awarded lead. Nicholas Rage with the take out. He's sent for an out of play block. And that lead now being awarded to Kabukimono.
Jupiler taking the inside there. Just barely makes it past the Japanese wall, but it is Kabukimono who's already scoring the first points here, running into the captain, Johnny B. Rude, and calls it right as Jupiler gets in. He scores 2 points now, and 0 points scored by Kabukimono there.
Yeah, Kabukimono just knocked to the inside line and called whilst straddling, so was unable to pick up those points.
Definitely. Yeah, they need 1 more blocker here, a pivot on the track for Team Japan. We have Anita on the line next to Harakiri.
Japan starting with a 4-3 blocker advantage. Nicholas Rage for the Netherlands, currently in the cheese balls bearings penalty box.
Anita immediately engaging there at full speed. We have Harakiri trying to get past the Dutch jammer first. Slapsock hitting out Harakiri there in the front. In the meantime, Rudi Kartel still holding down that line there, but Harakiri tries to take the inside, runs into Halo Jean, but makes it past. Third lead in a row here for Japan.
Oof. Nicholas Rage going in for a heavy hit to try and clear the space for Anita. Takes himself down, but is back up again once more, trying to provide that offensive play. But some beautiful little hoppity-skippity from Harakiri, managing to clear that inside line.
And Anita gets knocked down, grabs his face, stays down. So I think we're just gonna wait and see what happened there and wait for the medics to do their job. And in the meantime, we would just really like to thank Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch Skate Shop is the largest derby-owned and operated store in Europe, operating online and actually having a physical store as well. Heavily involved in the European derby community on a number of levels. They're best known for their reliable servers, honest advice and competitive prices, as well as their top quality products and huge product range.
We're currently having a look at the current standings at the moment on your rankings, if you want to have a look and see where everybody is currently placed. But yes, as we heard, Anita, having been seen to by the medics, has risen, shall we say, has risen from the track and has taken himself over to be seen by the medics. So we're able to continue on. There was a penalty awarded to Anita in that jam. It is being served by Animal currently for the Netherlands. So Naruto and Japan starting on a power start.
And we are off again. Naruto there in the front, with Diesel being backed up all the way to the back of the engagement zone by the Japanese blockers.
It's a tough goat to try and keep hold of.
Yeah, exactly. They somehow managed to. He was complaining yesterday that he had set his sights on one of the America blockers and couldn't get him down, but I think he's having a little bit of an easier time this time. But yeah, that was probably the hardest goats they could have grabbed. And you already see the Japanese tripod lining up again as Animal was getting back on track. And he is in, and he might actually make it out. Just first lead here, going to the Netherlands, straight out of the penalty box. Animal.
Yeah. Very good job by the Netherlands, constantly cycling around Naruto. He's getting through one, maybe two, and it's only just now, as we're approaching the minute mark, that he's able to break. We've got the star pass over to Umisan to allow that break to happen. That was a very good defensive play there by Japan.
Definitely, yeah. Immediately getting that star pass through, locking down that jam. And like we said earlier, this is all about the point differential still. So the Netherlands are not going to want to give any points away. They did score just 4 points now. Current score 8-6.
We've still got 24 minutes and some change left in this game. Remember, we're still running the half-hour games here. Hard clock. Clock does not stop for any timeouts. We get one timeout per team, as many official timeouts as are needed. The timeout cannot be called in the last 2 minutes, and no official reviews.
Nope, Kabukimana right now on track, jamming against Lone Star. Penalty going to Slapsaw, gets sent off, and it is Lone Star who's actually out in the front. Oh, not lead, however. He did not pass everyone in play and legally. Did a nice little jump though there, and he is on to score some points already. Star pass here being done, so no lead jammer. We have a full jam on the track right now.
Very solid hold here by Japan again up at the front. Just a slight nudge out, and now straight back in. Look at that offensive play there. That's number 2, Kabukimono, taking on probably the biggest person you could see from the Netherlands team and just going, I'm taking you out of the action.
Yeah, Diesel getting a high block there because, of course, when you're such a large blocker and you have a shorter person standing in front of you, the chances of getting one is pretty big. Jammer is out for Japan, Ume-san. But Lone Star quick to get out of the engagement zone as well.
We've got an insubordination going. I think that's to U2 of Japan, who's now going to sit in the penalty box for 2. Oh, and a cut penalty being picked up by Ume-san.
So there was one Japanese blocker in his way, and somehow Lone Star managed to go straight for him. But he did reboot his I don't know, stands, I guess, a little bit quicker, gets out, scores 5 more points for the Netherlands. We have a lead change, Netherlands currently in the lead.
Yeah, Lone Star coming back around now on a 4th scoring pass. Japan split apart, but oh, very good hold here. Yeah, that is a definite blocking penalty issued there to Kabu Kimono, who had been doing a very good job. Just a little bit too forward maybe on that continued blocking. Very good job to stop Lone Star, but then carried on blocking, gets the penalty for it. Japan picking up quite a lot of penalties in that previous jam, taken down to 2 blockers for quite a long time, and they're going to be starting now with only 2 blockers on the track as well.
Exactly, and it shows in the scores. We just saw the Netherlands, Lone Star scoring 18 points in 1 jam, leading to bringing them up to double the point total of Japan, actually. Animal currently on the track, gets knocked out on the outside there, but he only has his own blockers to pass over in front. Another lead going to the Netherlands, but that is Harakiri also out of the pack.
Yeah, very good fighting there by Harakiri to break through. Left to his own devices as the 2 Japanese blockers were going for the defensive play. Oof. And a little bit of action just after the whistle there, hence the exclamation that I gave, but it was player on their own team and everybody's fine.
Exactly, friendly fire. Jupiler and Naruto getting back on track to jam, and we have 2 blockers in the box. 1 each, 1 for each team. That cheeseball bearings penalty box. Find your stride with the original handmade bearing. Cheeseball skate bearings, cheeseballs.com.
Jupiler with a really good stretch with the legs, just takes those nice long strides around the outside line, picks up lead, still lead. The packs only move forward to turn number 2, and Naruto still having trouble trying to break that pack. In fact, picks up a cut penalty. So this now is a power jam in favor of Jupiler and the Netherlands. Jupiler just taking off now to the inside lines. We've seen a little knock by Umi-san, but gets a no pass, no point.
We've had equal leads for both teams now, as a wonderful Cherry just informed us. But like Jupiler does not need a lot of space, and especially if they can give him even just a little bit of offense like Rudy Kertel is offering here. Oh, that was an incredibly big hit by, I think, Nicholas Rage. Yes, being sent to the penalty box once again for a forearm. Jupiler, in the meantime, is out of the pack, scoring that Grand Slam. 5 more points for the Netherlands.
Now, the Netherlands are picking up points, but they are losing players on track. We've had a double spate of penalties now. They're just down to 2 blockers, which is fair enough in a power jam offensive situation, but they're coming now to defend Japanese blocker Naruto returning to the track. So this could be some dangerous territory for the Netherlands.
Exactly. Jupiler, however, is still lead jammer, so he gets to call off the jam. He's not sure whether he was in or not. He decides to just play it safe because he knows he's currently the lead jammer, and he does not want to give those points away. Look at Rudy Kertel almost grabbing him. Jupiler, however, grabbing the inside but picking up a cut track. Power jam. This is the announcer scores, even if they can't hear me. A power jam going to Japan for Naruto.
Big knock in there by Halogene just to stop the offensive play for Japan. Again, Netherlands down now to just 3 blockers on track.
And we're getting quite a lot of penalties, and just as a reminder, we already said that the clock doesn't stop for anything, but it also, the 30-minute games also means that we only have 5 penalties to get a foul out, basically. Yeah, you get 4 penalties, you foul out on the 5th. So players really have to play it safe. Power jam right now for Harakiri. Ooh, leaving the inside open there. Very nice.
Yep, Japan losing a blocker with that offensive play, but it certainly worked for them. Apex lead not able to be completed. Harakiri comes around for a second chance. Japan taking down to just 2 blockers, but they're doing a very good job. Umi-san with that pullback on the Jupiler.
Jammer got hit out, but the hammer also went out. Ooh, he seems to have hurt his arm, but he just keeps on going. Jupiler, however, also on a scoring pass. So let's see what Japan is going to do. Did they just call that on time? Yes, 0 points for Jupiler and 3 more points for Japan on the board.
We do seem to have a bit of an issue here with Harikiri. He's just taking a little bit of time to himself in the bench area.
Anita on the track and next to Yellow Devil. Anita there in the front, only 2 blockers to pass since one of the Japanese blockers is doing offense there in the box. Rudy Cartel keeping the pack and Anita pushing that pack forward. Yes, out of play, lead goes to the Netherlands.
Netherlands now setting into a very solid defense against Yellow Devil. And indeed, space given for Anita just to clear through untouched. And that first scoring pass, Anita coming back around now on the outside line. This time does take a hit, but stays on track. Really good work there, keeping the knees nice and bent, staying in, good balance.
And we have had a star pass onto U2 for Team Japan. Very smart move, I would say. Anita still stuck there in the back, but Japan is still in their initial pass. Anita, in the meantime, putting 5 more points on the board for Team the Netherlands. Ooh, we have a forearm penalty on U2. He leaves the helmet cover on track and is sitting down as a blocker.
Some clarification just being given. He is sitting as the jammer.
Yeah.
He wasn't completely aware that that star pass was fully completed, but he certainly has been fed back that yes, he's sitting as the jammer. U2 took lots of star passes in their previous games. He's a very, very effective pivot to have, scoring quite a number of points for Japan on star passes. So I think Netherlands will be quite happy to see him in the choose balls bearings penalty box right now.
Exactly, and especially as Animal just got out as lead, has history of being an aggressive inline skater, and it definitely shows in the way he moves on track. Ooh, almost being pushed out on the outside, but he does not need a lot of space and can easily twirl around on a couple of wheels, stays neatly on the inside there, and once again blocking, passing all of those Japanese blockers, but I gotta give it to the Japanese here. They did some formidable blocking there, trying to keep him back.
Some really good recycling as well. They weren't giving up just because he'd gotten past one of them. They would get themselves back in front.
Yeah.
This pass a little bit easier. The team taken out with a little bit of offensive play from Rudy Cartel. And Animal takes that inside line, comes around now, up to the back of the pack, dips really low. Does he stay on track? Just knocked out. Very good work there by Chuck Breaker for Japan. And Animal just taking his time, coming back. Recycled to behind the jammer line, now reapproaching the pack, which is static on turn 1.
Yeah, Animal probably not risking any penalties here. He realizes that U2 is still in his initial pass, just got out of it and was on to score those points. He's just going to take his time, not risking another power jam against him, and calls off that jam.
We're just over halfway through this game, 14 minutes just remaining on the clock. Remember, it is a hard clock, does not stop. Japan 24 points, Netherlands now up to 70 points.
And we're just waiting a little bit for the referees to switch their armbands. We're going to switch jammer referees because this is sort of semi-officially hard time, and we also have a team timeout for Team Japan. And we're very happy to have Sucker Punch here as well today and helping us out in organizing it. Sucker Punch Skate Shop is the largest derby-owned and operated store in Europe, once online, operation online, and actually having a physical store. Heavily involved in the European derby community on a number of levels. They're best known for their reliable service, honest advice, and competitive prices, as well as their top quality products and product range.
So a little bit of statistical information on the game so far as it stands. Leads have been 4 for Japan, 5 for the Netherlands. Netherlands pulling some really high scoring jams though. As we can see our points per jam tally on your screen right now. So the Netherlands, those larger bricks that we can see on our tally screen. So even though Japan and Netherlands just about even on leads, Netherlands certainly making more of a benefit when they do get leads. They are out there piling on the points. Speaking of piling, Jupiler now jamming for the Netherlands. Tentative, I know.
Oh, very hard hit there by Chuck Breaker, but it is not enough to stop Jupiler. Gets out as lead once again. I was just going to say we have a nice empty cheese ball bearings penalty box, but Halo Jean gets sent to the penalty box as Jupiler runs into Chuck Breaker there. Knocked to the inside, is recycled back. But a ooh, that is actually a penalty. There was a forearm penalty going to one of the Japanese blockers, but Jupiler is also sent to the penalty box, making this a power jam for Team Japan.
It's the pivot stripe has come off due to natural gameplay. You can just see that at the bottom of your screen. However, it was a star stash by Kimono, who's returned the star to his cover and now just races through that inside line for his first scoring pass. He's not lead. He's trying to call it. He's not lead. Trying to hold Jupiler.
Apologizes to the Jammer referee there. I'm sorry for trying to trick you accidentally. Jupiler does not need a lot of space there. Hops on his toe stops on the outside. 4 more points for the Netherlands. Has to avoid that pivot cover there in the middle of the track.
Yep, and Kimono has removed the cover. It's gone to Yumi-san, who has taken the star.
5 more points for the Netherlands. Halo Jean almost hitting out Ume-san there. No, Kabukimono, I don't know what I'm saying.
Jupiler dancing through. Ume-san, yeah, just at the back of the pack now. As Jupiler comes around, Jupiler is now 1 pass up on Japan. So Ume-san, who's taken over the role of jamming, is currently 1 behind. So Jupiler with the advantage so far in this jam, despite having gone to the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box.
Yeah, and we can definitely see that he has learned from that penalty. He just thought he was out. I think he was actually in, but he was just playing it safe. Gives a little encouraging pat on the back to the Japanese jammer. That was nice to see. That was kind of nice to say. Usually they just immediately start attacking each other. Now they're just like, hey, bro, like, I know how you're feeling. We're enjoying this. We're having good times.
Good pullback by Japan, picking up 13 points in that jam. Netherlands picking up 18, so 1 additional Grand Slam pass. Netherlands now on 88 points, Japan on 37. So Netherlands just over now that double score on Japan.
And we have Harakiri here jamming, running into Diesel there. That is a very tough wall to get past, and it is Anita who picks up the lead, but look at him go. Harakiri also out of the pack, quick to follow him.
That pack now just taking itself up to the far straightaway. Anita hitting that wall of 4 at the front, calls the jam off before Harakiri can pick up any points, but Anita unable to pick up 1, gives a shrug to the jammer referee. Let's just have a quick look at, this is a little bit of a reaction from the previous game.
Nice. Just on one hand there. And in the meantime, on this track, we have a foul out for Team Netherlands. Johnny Root also sitting in a penalty box, and Rudy Cartel taking the place of the fouled out player.
We just got a little bit of Japan also having to send somebody to report to the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box. It is Bubble who's going to sit, and that is U2 who is being taken out from the game. So a little bit of a changeover. That again, the clock hasn't stopped, but our officials doing it very swiftly, ensuring that everything is running as it should be.
We have the wonderful Shref here, really helping out a lot in the penalty box, just pointing skaters everywhere. And Naruto right now on the outside, running into one of the 2 blockers, both players from Roller Derby Groningen, Halo Jean and Slapsock. Slapsock knocking Naruto to the inside, just there with, once again, just like he did the previous jam, Lone Star, he just pushes the back, pushes it right until the blockers are out of play. And
yeah, lead has been awarded to Naruto. I think he's just hearing from the crowd. the Netherlands giving themselves high fives. I think they deserve those. They're very good blocking. Lead was awarded, but knocks Naruto to the inside line and carried on with that 2-wall. Very impressive work there from that 2-wall.
Exactly, and I feel like often players think, oh my goodness, there has been lead, I'm just going to give up now and help my own jammer get out. But the lead is not the end of having that jammer.
Yeah, it's not the end of the control. It's a large portion of control being handed over to the other team, but as you can see, if you carry on working, you can take that control back.
Exactly. And we just saw that one of our replays are powered by vMix.
So no points scored in that previous jam. We're going to hold the scores currently 37 and 88 as we approach the 7 minutes remaining. Again, let's have a look at those points. You can see Japan just starting to get a little bit of momentum, starting to build upwards, but Netherlands, such big block of numbers each time when they are scoring, they're scoring decent amounts.
And if you're having trouble keeping your feet in your skates, check out Bruce skate straps. They wrap around your boot and plate to keep your feet in place so you can improve agility. Be better with Bruce skate straps, brucedsn.com.
We're just about to get into jam number 13. Sorry, jam number 14. We're going to see Harakiri jamming for Japan up against Animal for the Netherlands. Oh, very quick hit there by Harakiri. Runs around, gets taken down to the ground, and is slowed down at the front.
I personally thought that might have been, that was going to be a cut, but it was not cut. It was simply a no pass. Oh my God, look at that jump. Did not land that apex jump, but no points, of course. Japan calls off that jam, does not want to give away any points.
I was holding my breath. Harakiri was awarded lead, had a quick look at the referee, had a quick look at his bench. And again, I was just like, is he going to call? Is he going to left it to the very last minute? I'm saying if that had landed in, there's a very good chance those points would have been awarded.
Exactly. Oh, and we do, no, we don't. I keep losing the jammers because they're not on screen here, but that was Jupiler taking a little bit of a long way, and it does award him a back block. We have the hammer also in the box. And currently back on track with Team Groningen here. Also a penalty going to Untitled Russian. Only 2 blockers on the track, and Kabuki Mono is definitely going to take advantage of that. Comes out as lead for Japan.
Japan setting up now just between turns 1 and 2. This was a slight rush after the hit to the pack by Kabuki Mono. Knocks out, but takes a no pass, no penalty to get a 4-point scored pass for Japan.
We're still on even leads, and Kabuki Mono, however, is still in control of this jam. Jupiler, in the meantime, is back on track, but Kabuki Mono is not sure whether he's still in initial or if he's scoring points already. He is out of the pack now, however. Let's see what Kabuki Mono is going to do. Loses the star halfway through. Oh, I would not want to be a jammer referee here because that makes it a lot more difficult. 2 points awarded, however, by his jammer referee. 0 points scored by Jupiler.
Yeah, we've got a very high-notch level of officiating taking place here at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2018 in Barcelona. Don't even need to be wearing helmet covers anymore. Our officials are following. As we said, we've got some wonderful workers in the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box, as well as on track and around the track here on the M14 Industries track. Welcome. If you are just tuning in, Netherlands in blue, Japan in white.
And currently 47 points for Japan, and Netherlands in the lead for 88. And Nita, however, is jamming for the Netherlands, pushing that pack forward. We are very close to getting a split pack, but it is Anita who gets out first. Naruto is still in the back, but getting all the offense from his team that he can.
Yep, they just came in and swarmed around the Netherlands. Naruto now with the star in his hand. We have Chuck Breaker at the front, who has been effective at taking passes, but actually is working to do some offensive play at the moment, taking Anita out, and now is on defense.
Johnny Beirut also being sent to the penalty box. But it looks like Diesel, Rudy Cartel, and the Hammer have this down. Recycling back, Naruto once again. And Anita once again stretching and stretching and stretching the pack. Taking the outside, barely manages to stay inside, but picks up the full 5 points.
Oh, some very good defense by Chuck Breaker, just slowing it down. We've had a star pass now over to Chuck Breaker. Switching up very quickly from that defensive play to going full offense to get the star out of the pack. Anita knocked to the outside line by Saki Badger and calls the jam, having just picked up a single point on that second pass. The Netherlands creeping towards the triple digits, though 94 currently against Japan's 47, and we've got just under 2.5 minutes left in this game.
Exactly double the points. Great. How's my maths? It's working.
Faster than mine.
It's doing a thing. It's doing a thing.
I will agree with you regardless. If anybody wants to do some fact checking, please do send in to us.
Harakiri on the line, but Animal only needs a fraction of a second to get out first. Amazing offense being done there by these guys on track who are definitely used to playing together.
Definitely, and you can see how good they are, because Animal went for that space before it was even approachable.
Exactly, it's like he anticipated like a couple of inches. Oh, but look at that move there by Harakiri on the outside, like ducks past Halo G's hips and gets out of the engagement zone that way. 4 more points for the Netherlands. Almost at the century mark.
Very sensible, though. I know each and every single individual jammer wants to be the person to take them into triple digits, but playing calm, playing cool, collected and safe. We are looking at differentials for seeding, so as few points as you can allow the other team to score whilst you're picking up points is always going to be beneficial for your team.
Exactly, and all it takes is one forearm penalty or one toe stop over the line, you know, that can land you into the cheese ball pairings, a penalty box. You know, gaining another power gem for the other team, and you do not want that. A lone star once again. This is kind of his thing. He's just stretching out the pack. He's not even trying to dodge around them. Just barely stays inside. And just decides to just go fall instead of being pushed out.
I'm going forwards. If you're in my way, you're in my way. It's some really safe play, though. Lone Star is never going to be knocked in or out if he keeps on that you know, mid-range, just pushing straight through. Looking a little bit shaken up after having taken some hits. But here we go. We've actually got him on the line here up against Uma-san. Uma-san and Red Bull working as a duo to try and slow, but they're unable to do so. Lone Star breaking free and Red Bull picking up a penalty in the process. Japan now 3 blockers on track, but they are split apart.
And you can see Kabukimono there in the back on track. Oh, runs into Rudy Cartel there.
A good break by Kabukimono, just a few seconds in the pack before being released. Oh, the jam call just as the period clock hit 0.
Very nice timing there.
Watching. So that will bring the game to an end. We will get the official score just as the jammer referees clarify. But unless there's been a massive change in that final jam, Netherlands will be taking the win for this game.
Yeah, that is the end of the game being whistled. 47 points for the Japanese in this game. You can see the points per jam as well, also on your screen. 108 points for the winner of the game, the Netherlands. Yeah,
we can see, just looking at that quick detail, there's only been 1 jam where the Netherlands have gotten lead and not scored, whereas Japan, you can see quite a few times they've picked up lead and unable to score. Yeah. Which is quite interesting, even allowing Netherlands to score at times. We can see right in the middle of your screen where Japan got lead and Netherlands picked up 2 points. So some really good play by the Netherlands, offense and defensive wise. Japan putting up a fair good fight against them, though. We saw some brilliant blocking, some wonderful offensive play. Their penalties, I think, to start off with, certainly didn't help the Japanese to settle into a rhythm, and it does again show in that score. 47 to 108.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look, I like it when something's in front of our faces, but no. As we are getting ready for the next game in a bit, I also really wanted to thank Roller Derby Elite, the brand that is a sport. They're proud sponsor of Worldwide Roller Derby and platinum sponsor of Team USA, which you will definitely be seeing later today.
Thank you very much, Asterminates. I've been Holly. Very big thank you as well to Very Cherry, who's been our producer. Keep your eyes peeled on this track for more games coming up for the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2018.